Yeah, in order to get used to the ice, it has to be, you know, consistent. The biggest challenge is that, at the beginning of the day, the ice is one way, and at the end of the day, it's another way. So for me, it's but today felt better, and of course, I talked to the people that are preparing the ice and making sure that they are aware of, what I think is the best for all the skaters. So hopefully by tomorrow the ice will be better, and but that's why I'm competing this year, is to put myself in difficult situations and challenging situations, and try and skate the best in those circumstances. Yeah, of course. I mean, at being 25 now and having competed on the international circuit for this long, I think I don't need to act a certain way. I don't need to pretend to be someone I'm not, because I'm doing this really for myself, and I don't owe anyone anything. So for me, if I can go out and make have the best performance, and make me happy, make it feel good when I'm on the ice. That's the most important thing. And it's frustrating, like yesterday, because I couldn't feel good on performing. The whole reason we skate is because it feels amazing and it feels exhilarating, and I was so nervous about the ice and not being able to feel confident that I had no excitement or joy skating. So that's the only frustrating part for me. No, actually, the only reason I do SAO is because it's one of the jumps I do to feel, just to feel organized, and feel it helps me warm up the jumps. So it's not because I want to do quad SAO, because I won't be doing that this year. Absolutely, yeah. One and only coach, and myself, of course. We both work together, and again, with the experience that myself and Kathy has, we have a very good routine and strategy, and we are 100% confident in the work that we do, and the training, and the knowledge we have is perfect for what we're trying to do. And I think it's given me a lot of success and made me a lot more consistent in competition. Yeah, so yeah, I'm the only full-time student for under Kathy, but she works part-time with other skaters. Um, that's not so much. That's not so much not having enough students. It's more the environment of the rink I'm at, and yes, there's definitely challenges some days because there's nobody on the ice with me, but that's because there is no other competitive skaters um, in the area who want to take from Kathy, or the other coaches that are available in Detroit. So, Jeremy Abbott usually trains with me, but he's not competing this year, and Elaj moved to Montreal. So some of my training partners have moved and had to make changes. So, but at the end of the day, I'm on the ice when I'm competing. I'm on the ice by myself. So I think it's actually the best training is when I'm more lonely and more alone on the ice, because it's closer to the feeling of competition. One of the biggest advantages of training in Detroit is that my travel time between, let's say, the gym, the rink, and massage or physio chiropractor is very minimal. I drive to the rink in the morning, and then I can walk to all the different places I need to go, whether it's the gym or the massage therapist or the ice. It's all in the same area. Because, for example, if let's say I was training in Toronto, I would have to be driving a lot in traffic, an hour one way and then an hour the other way, before and after training. So it's a lot of travel, and I don't think that's a very good environment and a very good strategy to training efficiently. Yeah, as I got older, I started giving more input in the choreography process, and also I have a very good relationship with my choreographer David Wilson. So he understands my strengths and my weaknesses, and also so we work around my weaknesses, also trying to challenge myself to improve as well. And I have a lot of input. I can be very honest with him, which is important when you're working with your choreographer. No, I don't. I'm not a very. I'll be honest. I'm not very creative. I'm not a very creative individual. Like let's say Jeff Buttle. I don't have that. I'm not born with that natural talent of creativity and being able to improvise. So I really just trust David, and he gives me the majority of the movement, and then I will tell him if let's say changing the pattern a certain way makes me feel more comfortable, then we go ahead and do that. I think I just needed time because the last two competitions, nationals and here, the show program's been quite good. So I think it's just people always forget. I took a year off. It's only been 5 months since I've been back competing. So I think it's easy to forget that it's not that easy. So I just needed time. Definitely number one is the triple axel. I think the triple axel is a lot more consistent this year. I have a lot more confidence going into it. I know exactly what I need to do to be successful. I think also the being able to understand my body and knowing how I feel and what I need to do to make myself feel the best in competition and in training. So just training smart. And I think bringing more skating, showing more performance and more of my strengths of like skating skills and interpretation is improved a lot this year, especially through the short program. No, because you can't rush that kind of thing. It's only been, like I said, it's only been 6 months, 5 months since I've come back. So it will take, a year, 2 years, 3 seasons to get back. And that's why I decided to come back this year and see if I can get back on track. But I'm not 100%. No, of course not. There's still a lot of challenges I deal with every day in every competition. So mentally and physically. So it just needs more time. Yeah. Physically, I'm a little, I think, more in shape than I was in 2013, 2014. I think I really wanted to come back and be more fit and lighter. So when I go and jump, I can compete against the really young skaters that I'm competing against now, who are much smaller than me. The other mentally, I think it's still an ongoing process throughout the season is getting better. I think now I'm starting to realize that I'm doing this to really enjoy it and not because I want to prove that I'm the best, because my skating will show that, and not the medals, not the results. So like yesterday, for example, it was very challenging because I didn't have any idea how the program was going to be because of just the conditions. So, but I was able to rotate all my jumps and stay on my feet, which is a huge success, and I'm happy with that. Even though I'm in fifth place, it doesn't matter. It's usually an input through, Kathy and David have input on the costume, and of course myself. I have to make the final decision. I mean, I don't think loose costumes are comfortable, so costumes have to be well fitted and tailored, and that's important. And also, I think we just try and stay subtle with the costumes because the costume doesn't make the performance; it's yourself. So you don't want to take away from that with the costume. Nothing changed. It's funny how people see things differently. the short program actually wasn't bad. It was just because of the rule that I didn't know about. So it wasn't actually terrible. It was actually quite good. I was more upset at not knowing the rule and having put in the effort of doing triple triple and having 0 points for it is frustrating. So that's what was frustrating. And but I was able to come back and that's what I do. That's because I didn't try anything new. I didn't plan anything new. It was just going back to how I train every day and how the long program I perform it every day in practice. I think it's abnormal. I think rules are ridiculous at this point because we don't. You're thinking about the rules instead of performing, and figure skating is about the performance, not the rules. Ice dance deals with it all the time. They're limited by the rules. So, for example, doing triple S triple toe, I got 0 points for it. But in what sport do you not get rewarded for having given more effort and more mental strength to gather yourself to do a more difficult combination? So I just don't think it makes sense. But I don't make the rules, and you can only you can only do your best. Not really. I mean, yeah. I mean, we were roommates in the Olympics in 2014, so we spent a lot of time together, and we grew up in the international scene from junior to senior together. And he's a bit of an older brother, I think, so he's taught me a lot, both off the ice and on the ice, and yeah. So he's but that's the relationship I have with all my teammates on the Canadian team. We're a very solid group that spend a lot of time together consistently at every event. The team doesn't change very much, so we see each other quite often, and we have very good relationships. Absolutely, yeah. I think it's already happening. I think especially in the Vancouver area, British Columbia areas, we're seeing a lot of Asian, Chinese Canadian skaters involving in figure skating and wanting to participate in it, which is awesome. And I think that's probably my goal in the future after my career in skating is to build figure skating not only obviously in the Chinese Canadian population, but also in the Canadian population. I think we have a lot of potential in Canada for great skaters, and we can have even more success than we already have currently. Um, Hockey is number one in Canada. It's the most popular sport, so it's tough to challenge hockey. But one good thing is that I think people are starting to realize that figure skating is a great beginning to learn how to skate. And whether you want to go into speed skating or hockey or figure skating is the place to start to learn the proper skills to skate. Well, I get a lot of support from On the Podium, which is an organization in Canada, and Skate Canada has been supporting me for many, many years, and the support is continued and consistent every year. So I'm very appreciative that I get the support I need at this level. Expenses get higher at this level. No, no. I also, thankfully, I can start performing on Stars on Ice on tour every year, so that also helps me with the training costs and for the next season.